campaign. Coming up next on Fox 5, it's the pregame show with my guy, Dave Feldman. Well, it's almost time. Almost time for game time right here on Fox 5. Enjoy the game, and we'll see you next week.
Just announced, the Ford Labor Day sales event has been extended. Now through September 12th, get huge savings on our great lineup of Ford favorites. Get 0% financing for 60 months, plus up to $2,500 cash back and make no payments for 90 days on Fusion, Escape, Taurus, Flex, Expedition, F-150, Super Duty, and Ranger. Get both 0% financing for 60 months, plus up to $2,500 cash back. Hurry, the Ford Labor Day sales event ends September 12th.
Washington, D.C., a landmark of liberty and opportunity. At Bank of America, we live and work here with thousands of employees and hundreds of branches and ATMs. Every day, we're working to help set opportunity in motion, from supporting the arts and Howard University to helping revitalize Anacostia and downtown D.C. Because when you're giving, lending, and investing in more communities across the country, more opportunities happen.
Here comes the sun on September 18th at FedEx Field. NRG presents the Solar Bowl, a football game in the largest solar-powered installation in the D.C. area. It's Washington versus Arizona. For a chance to win tickets, visit the NRG Facebook page.
September 19th, there's another big kickoff. The Big Bang Theory
on Fox 5. A morning news this good doesn't come along every day, just Monday through Friday.
This is a Fox 5 sports presentation. The Washington Redskins pregame.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Dave Feldman. Welcome to the Redskins pregame show. Doc Walker will join me shortly as we get ready for the Redskins and the Giants, a 4:05 tilt right here on Fox. A matchup with great symbolism on the 10-year anniversary of 9/11. Later on, Lindsey Murphy will check in on how members of the current Redskins roster were affected by the tragedy. Like all of us, they too have not forgotten. The Redskins open a new season today with a new starting quarterback, Rex Grossman, a decision that pleased some Redskin fans and irritated others. It was also a decision that wasn't made until the beginning of the week. The last time Rex Grossman was a starting quarterback in the NFL, 2007 with the Chicago Bears. He was benched after 3 games. Now he's the starter again in the nation's capital.
I didn't take it for granted in Chicago, but I definitely, anytime something gets taken away from you and then you get it back, you have a different outlook, a different type of approach and respect to the position you're in. And to be, the starting quarterback for Washington Redskins is a huge thing, and I fully understand it, and it's my goal to, take it and run with it.
That's what John Beck wanted to do. Thought by many to be the favorite for the job, Beck finished second in a very close race.
Well, I knew a decision was going to have to be made. And, one of us was going to be the guy, the other one was going to be pissed. I was the guy that was pissed. But I'm not going to let that, disturb me, or I'm not going to, I don't want it to hold me back from anything. I just want to keep moving ahead, do the very best I can at working hard, because I know I can improve. And I want to do that. I just want to be the best quarterback I can be for this team, whatever happens.
So Beck takes the upper road, and Grossman travels a new road, a path that he says will be different from when he was the Bears starter 4 years ago.
I take a lot of experience from that. I feel like I'm a better quarterback than I was then, and I like my chances, going into this season a lot better than I did then. So I'm a much more grounded quarterback and confident in my abilities.
The Big Screen Store presents Doc's Diagnosis.
As we say good morning and welcome a new season with Doc Walker. Hi, Doc.
Happy to be here, Feldy.
Happy to have you here. I said, how you doing in the piece? You go, I'm excited.
I am excited. I'm excited because we have added some pieces that I think are very significant towards improving as a team. And there's an attitude that's refreshing. There are people who actually want to play football and represent the burgundy and gold. So that's the excitement. You know, I really believe that. And so we'll find out what happens when, you know, kickoff. But the Giants have also helped the situation, unfortunately. And I like them to be full strength, but they're not. So there are a lot of factors today where I'm pumped.
They're far from full strength. Okay, Rex Grossman, named the starter. 20-14 as a starter. You know, was the starter in Chicago a couple of years back. Lost that job. Started the last 3 games last year in relief of Donovan McNabb. What do you think about how the whole quarterback process played out, Doc?
Well, I anticipated that that Rex would not lose the job. I never thought he had to win it because he hadn't lost it. I mean, the last time we had live bullets and he was the guy. His experience, all Rex has got to do is play within himself and not gamble. Trust his defense and his running game, and I think he'll be perfect for this offense.
Shanahan said it was a very close contest, Doc. He waited until the final preseason game was over before naming Grossman over John Beck. John Beck, 0-4 as an NFL starter, played with 4 games as a starter for the Dolphins back in 2007. But a lot of people thought that it was his because of the way Shanahan glowed about him in the offseason.
Well, there's a reason why Mike Shanahan, you know, is in the position he's in and has had the success he's had. He's got to control his entire team. Why discourage the guy when you can build a guy up? And I like John. I'd never seen John play other than BYU. So having watched John, now I'm comfortable with John. But I never thought that Rex would be starting quarterback. Now, John could be in the second play of the game. So it's not that big a thing to me. Had he started John, I'm good with him. He started Rex. He started Dave Ross, I'm good with it. What I cared about was that we improved our offensive and defensive lines. And for those of you who don't know, Dave Ross works here part-time. Is that I really believe that the key to success is in the interior. You know, our Fab Five in the offensive line and those monsters, that beastly 3 we've got, and our front 7. That's it. That's far more important than Grossman, you know, or Beck.
Really? You're downplaying the importance of the quarterback?
Not the quarterback. Between the two in this scheme. I mean, Rex, to me, has the most knowledge, other than Kyle Shanahan in this deal and Mike. And he's comfortable. This guy's this guy was a high school elite, collegiate elite. Guy's been to a Super Bowl. We haven't even been to a playoff game since I had an afro. So why would we be beating this guy up? I mean, get a guy a shot, block for him, run the ball well. He's got good receivers, the best talent I've seen we've had in a while.
Yeah.
So it ought to pay dividends.
Give Mike Shanahan credit on opening day, Doc. 13-4 on opening day. That's most wins among any active NFL coaches.
This is the Navy Federal Sideline Report.
All right, one thing about this team, Doc and I can admit, is everyone says it's a much healthier team and a healthier atmosphere. For more on that scenario, we say good morning to Lindsay Murphy. What's up, Murph?
Hey, guys. Maybe it's because of the lockout. Players missing that extra work, missing the feel of being a team and having that brotherhood. Or maybe there's just a sense of relief. A season that was shadowed in controversy and distraction last year is now long gone, and it's quite noticeable around Redskins Park. Smiles, they are free and frequent out in Ashburn nowadays. This 2011 team, distraction-free after sending Albert Haynesworth to New England and Donovan McNabb to Minnesota. Now what you see is a Mike Shanahan team, built and designed by the second-year head coach. And in that respect, there are a lot of new, younger faces and a whole lot more to play for. London Fletcher puts it all in perspective.
Not a lot of distraction going into the season. Second year in the system. Guys know Coach Shanahan a lot better, knows what he expects. We've done a great job of bringing better talent on the football team as well.
I feel good about our team. You know, you'd like the perfect scenario this week, but I thought we worked pretty good through 3 days of rain. And it's going to rain Sunday night or Sunday afternoon, so we're practicing on the conditions they're going to play in on Sunday, so that always works out well. You guys didn't know it was going to rain, did you?
According to Tucker Barnes, a 40% chance of rain. Now, teams rarely look at preseason games as measuring sticks, but the Redskins did go 3-1, and Reed Dowdy was one of a few Redskins players to say this week that after their preseason success, they can't wait to see how the product looks when it really counts. And Feldy, it counts at 4:15 this afternoon.
All right, Murph, thanks. We'll check in with you later. Still ahead, who's in, who's out for this NFC East showdown? The Giants are not the only ones beat up. LaRon Landry's out. What does that mean for the Skins secondary? Doc breaks it down when we continue.
This 9/11 tribute is sponsored by L3 Stratus. Visit L3Stratus.com. You served our nation with pride. Continue your service with a company that values your experience. L3 Stratus, now hiring cleared experts in cyber, intelligence, and IT. Be L3. Visit L3Stratus.com.
So that's our new LED TV, 120 hertz frame rate, net TV, and resolution plus. We're all set to ship if we don't include built-in Wi-Fi.
Uh-oh.
No.
Put Wi-Fi in the TVs.
The all-new Toshiba LED TV. We thought of everything.
Introducing the 2012 Kia Sorento, with up to 32 miles per gallon and more features than ever before. And right now, lease the 2012 Sorento for $249 a month.
Here comes the sun. On September 18th at FedEx Field, NRG presents the Solar Bowl, a football game in the largest solar-powered installation in the D.C. area. It's Washington versus Arizona. For a chance to win tickets, visit the NRG Facebook page. L3 Stratus thanks you for your service to the nation. Continue your career serving the national security mission. We're hiring cleared experts in cyber, intelligence, and IT. Be L3. Visit L3Stratus.com.
Don't spend another fall fat. Monday, Oz is back. Conquer your 40-plus belly fat forever.
The Dr. Oz Show, Monday at 4 on Fox 5.
September 19th, there's another big kickoff. The Big Bang Theory
on Fox 5. Your Washington area Hyundai dealers bring you this moment in Redskins history.
The last time the Giants and Redskins met, it was actually this calendar year, January 2nd, in the season finale at FedEx Field. Redskins fell behind 10-0. Rex Grossman starting his third game connected with Fred Davis and Anthony Armstrong for touchdowns, but it wasn't enough. The Redskins fall to the G-Men 17-14, a sixth straight loss to the G-Men.
Now for the Kia keys to the game.
The doctor rejoins us. LaRon Landry out, missed 9 games last year because of Achilles. This year they say it's the hammy. At first he said, you know what, the trainers rushed me back. They didn't do it right. Then he had a very public, no. It was me, my bad. But either way, losing the dirty 30, as you've called him on the radio many times, that's a big hit.
It really is. I just love watching the guy play because the way he approaches the game. I mean, decapitation is always first on his mind. And sometimes, even if it's him, he doesn't care. The guy throws himself into it. They can never be as good without him. He's that big of an impact player to this defense. But today they have to act as if he doesn't exist because they got to get the job done. And so I'm waiting to see how they match up and what Coach Haslett will do. It's good to have a Togway there. This guy's a very, very talented player, and, of course, a Stanford grad. So I'm Pac-10 guy, so I'm real high on him.
And Reed Doughty.
You know what? Reed Doughty has had an opportunity. He seized the moment. He has made himself indisposable by knowing exactly what to do. And I believe today, having the experience of a year ago, put in the same situation he was, Reed's going to make a play. And that's all they need is one big play out of him.
Chris Cooley. Do we think he's going to play? He's got a knee situation. By the way, Doc, since 2004, only Tony Gonzalez, Jason Witten, and Antonio Gates have more total yards.
No, premium player. Love him, again, man, like a chubby kid loves chocolate cake. This guy I want him for the whole season. I don't want to jeopardize him in one game. I think he'll go unless Mike tells him not to go. It's going to have to be on the coaches. Because Cooley will say, I'm ready, even if he's not.
Do you think he'll play? Too tough to tell.
I hope that he waits until he's 100%, but that's going to be on Mike Shanahan. I don't think you get a guy like Cooley. When I say a premium player, he wants to play for himself and for this town. He's a terrific player. If he's 100%, throw him out there. If he's not, please reserve the fact to bring him back against the Cardinals.
Eli Manning completed 63% of his passes for over 4,000 yards, 31 touchdowns. He threw 25 interceptions. He was sacked 16 times. What do you worry about Eli, and do you game plan for him?
Don't want Eli to get a big play on you early. You know, like most quarterbacks. If he gets the deep one completed, he thrives off that. Without Boss, I think it's a big loss losing their tight ends. you're going to have to hit Eli. You better hit him often, and then you got to deny him the big play. Make him churn it and burn it like they like to. They have a personality. They want to pound the ball, stick it right down your throat. And if you don't take away their run, it's going to be a long afternoon.
Take away the run. Remember Brandon Jacobs? Remember the famous play that LaRon Landry does?
Yeah.
147 carries, 823 yards, 9 touchdowns in this famous, I'm just running over number 30. I know LaRon loves it when we show that.
No, that makes you real popular with it.
Jacobs can still play, Doc.
He is. I mean, I like the guy. I like his moxie. Listen, I'm impressed with the Giants. Always have been, because they build their team the right way, offensive line and their front seven. Unfortunately for their front seven today, they're going to have some new players. You don't know. Maybe guys blow up and they play great. We don't know that. Chances are they're not going to be capable of being as good as the people that they're replacing. But on that offensive line, that's their bread and butter. Let's find out if those new guys can come in and live up to it.
You know what's coming up next?
Know your opponent.
Yeah. I went real tough on Barry Cofield.
Yeah.
I did.
This will be a snow cone.
I'm telling you,
Yeah.
he went to Northwestern. Don't hate him because it's a better school than UCLA.
It could very well be. It could be. But at 107 plus, I doubt it.
We'll be back with KYO and more after this.
Through the miracle of technology, Fox 5 brings you Judy Squared.
Oh.
Okay, we put 2 Judys back to back at 3 and 3:30 p.m.
That's a better answer.
Twice the attitude.
You're a lowlife.
Double the justice.
You paid him nothing.
A full hour of Judge Judy starting at 3, coming September 12th.
The Big Screen Store gets you ready for football with up to $1,000 off all Samsung 55 and 60-inch LED TVs. A giant 73-inch Mitsubishi 3D Ready HD TV is $17.99, and the 42-inch Panasonic HD TV and a stunning TV stand is free. All 3 for just $17.99. Take 20% off our huge selection of recliners, wall systems, and TV furniture. The Big Screen Store, where guaranteed low prices don't have to cost you great service anymore.
Me and the guys walk into this place. Now, you would have thought from the name of it, it's going to be packed with sailors. So I immediately picked out the biggest guy in there, and I walked straight up to him. Now, he looks me square in the eye, and I swear he says, "Welcome to Navy Federal Credit Union." Whoa, friendly alert. I got a great auto rate out of that guy. Now I have a wonderful hybrid, slate blue, cream interior. He was so nice.
3.5 million members, 3.5 million stores. Navy Federal Credit Union.
It's about building cars in America.
It's all about jobs.
It's all about respect. Security.
The American dream.
Good jobs in tough times.
A chance to move up and do better.
Excellent health care.
Beautiful benefits.
What they used to call the American way.
It still works here.
Not a single layoff of a U.S. manufacturing worker.
Not one.
Not one.
Doing things the right way.
Quality.
Building cars that Americans